Hey guys, Brad from Rotor Heat back at it with another rookie breakdown. Today we're going to be talking Jonathan Taylor, running back from Wisconsin. And don't forget, if you like everything that you've been seeing here with the Roto Heat team on YouTube, like and subscribe so that you can be updated every time we pump out anything new for the 2020 rookie class. Taylor's 5'11", 219 pounds, and in his 3-year college career with Wisconsin, he ran for 926 attempts, 6,174 yards, and 50 touchdowns. That's an average of 7.6 yards per carry. In the receiving game, he had 42 catches, 407 yards, and 5 touchdowns. But we do want to note that in 2019, he had most of his production with 26 catches, 252 yards, and 5 touchdowns. For athletic ability, we gave him a 7.2 out of 10. As you noticed with our ratings, 7s, 8s, and ups are really good scores. But when it comes to this draft class, Taylor isn't the strongest athletic profile. He's got decent speed, and his elusiveness is okay. Nothing spectacular. We saw a lot of times where there was a great opportunity to make a guy miss, and it just didn't happen with him. We saw some big plays. We're not taking anything away from him. He can make big plays. And you saw it plenty of times, look at games like Central Michigan and things like that. You saw, plenty of big play opportunities depending on the competition level. But with the type of offensive line he has, they make plenty of big holes for him. So moving to the next level, that probably will be tough. Be a little bit tougher for him because he doesn't have the strongest athletic profile, but he's still, one of the top backs in this class. For toughness, we gave him a 7.9 out of 10. By far, Taylor's strongest ability is his physicality. He's a powerful downhill runner. He's not afraid to put his head down and work for extra yards, and you saw it time and time again on his footage. Really strongly built kid, real solid at 219 pounds. He carries it well, being 5'11", almost that 6-foot range. You saw a lot of toughness to this kid's game. Plenty of times there was nothing there, and he still got 3, 4, 5 yards out of it. So that's going to be one thing that the pro level likes about him, especially with you see some of these offensive lines that aren't as sturdy as Wisconsin's offensive line. You're going to need those tough physical runners that get you those extra yards, and Taylor has that in spades. For vision, we gave him a 7.6 out of 10. Another area of his game that is very strong. The thing I love about Taylor is that he's very patient, almost Lev Bell type patient, where you saw him kind of let the play develop some and let his blockers begin to open up holes or make some things happen. And then I saw plenty of opportunities where he would see things breaking down in the play and he would bounce and go in a different direction. And, you would see more big plays with him if the athletic profile was a little bit stronger, but his vision is top notch. He's going to get you plenty of good yardage because he's watching the play develop, and as soon as that hole opens up, he bursts through it. So we're really excited about his vision at the next level. Kind of piggybacking off of what we saw with toughness. The physicality and the vision is going to make for a really strong goal line presence at the NFL level because he's going to see where the hole is and he's going to hit it hard. By far, the weakest area of Jonathan Taylor's game is his hands. At least that's our belief. Nice thing is that it can be developed at the next level, but we gave him a 6.9 out of 10. Up until 2019, there really wasn't a lot of usage. But then you saw in 2019, they really upped that. He had 26 of his 42 receptions in 2019 and 252 yards out of his 407, and then all 5 of his touchdowns came last year. That's a plus. That means that he's trending in the right direction. We want to see a little bit more. There are plenty of times, and unfortunately, it's some of it's the quarterback, some of it's the ball carrier as well, where the quarterback would sail past a little bit high, and it was fingertip type situations, and you saw Taylor miss that, or bobble it and drop it, or it just sail over him. There's a lot of area for growth in the hands game for him, but 6.9 out of 10 is still above average. So, we think this is an area for improvement, but it's definitely one that he improved upon even within college. So we're not too concerned moving to the next level. For Yak, we gave him a 7.4 out of 10. Now, obviously with good toughness, good vision, this is just another area that we see as a really big positive for him moving into the next level. Like we mentioned with this toughness, this kid fights for extra yards, and that shows. He got quite a bit of his yardage after contact at the collegiate level, and we don't see that changing at the NFL level. He's a physical, strong kid that can take on defenders at the next level and even blow through some of those smaller DNs that may not be super strong, that may be more of the pass rush type guys. He's going to be able to get through those and get you those extra yards you need. Overall, we gave him a 7.4 out of 10. Obviously, he's going to be one of the top, 3 to 5 backs in fantasy drafts this year. Most pundits will say he's probably 1 or 2. I've seen plenty of other guys in different areas talk about him being, kind of 3 to 5 range. I like him. Our biggest concern, or one of our biggest concerns about him, is just the usage. The guy had almost 1,000 touches in college. That's a lot of work for 3 years. Now, obviously, most of these guys make their biggest fantasy impact on their rookie contract. So over the next, 3 to 4 years, you're going to see a lot out of Taylor in fantasy world. Now, that doesn't mean that he can't survive pass just because he had a lot of touches. He takes care of himself. He eats right. He takes care of his body. Then, it may not be a big deal. We believe that he can break the mold. Wisconsin running backs kind of get a bad rap. The Gordons of the world have their, injuries or their big red flags, where Taylor doesn't necessarily have those type of red flags. We definitely think the O-line in Wisconsin is always solid, so that's some of this production, but a lot of it is a talented running back. Taylor is a very talented running back, and don't let usage scare you away from drafting him if you're one of the guys that has the opportunity to get him, because he's going to give you a nice, solid fantasy production, for however long he plays.
Also, right there, playlist, hit it, watch the videos, do it. You want to, do it.